So I'm going to record this, ladies. But first of all, thank you for jumping on today. I have so many great things that I am excited to share with you. I can't believe it's mid of March, but you still have such an opportunity to make it such a great month because it is a longer month than normal. Happy daylight savings. I am so thankful for sunlight. I went for a late night run last night, like around 7, and it was gorgeous. So I'm just a little giddy with more sunlight. So with that being said, I want to start off this call with 3 successes so far this month. What have been 3 successes? So, and I mean, honestly, just blurt them out because I wanted to hear from 3 of you, but what has made your March successful so far? Go.
I've been, for the first time this month, actually jumping on phone calls, which is like a huge, big win for me. So.
Awesome. So communication rather than messenger, everything like that, you're actually getting to know people.
Exactly. So hearing their voice and talking about the coaching opportunity via voice versus hiding behind my computer.
No, I love that. It's going to go leaps and bounds for your business. Thank you, Deanna. It's a great one. Okay. Who wants to go next?
Am I unmuted? I think. Yeah. I am a Success Club 10 legend, which was exciting.
That is exciting. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. Who wants to go next?
I started a push to diamond, like basically like duplicating what we're doing here. I started it with my team, and I have them like do applications to sign up to be a part of it. And I have people that are like advancing in rank like just since we started. So it's turning out to be really, really impactful.
I love that. Thank you so much. Great idea. A way to hold them accountable, obviously. So I love that. Very nice. Thanks, ladies, for sharing. So let's just jump into this. Like I said, the last 3 weeks of March. If you're fully aware, if you're a 2-star diamond or above, keep in mind if you've held your 2-star diamond for 6 weeks in this quarter, you will get paid on that on April 14th. So in about a month. But along with that, just something new for you ladies to know, once you do hit 5-star diamond and above and you do get that bonus, you also have to have 10 elite points within that quarter. So just something new that has changed, and a lot of my 5-stars are like, oh no, crap. So just make sure that you're aware of it. 2-star diamond rank, you do not, but 5-star diamond and above, you do need elite points with it in order to get your bonus. From there, I am super excited. I know I want to just go over our numbers and how exciting this is because all of you have worked really, really, really hard. I know some of you are like, wow, it's coming together, or wow, it's a slow moving bus. But I promise you, every month is going to build upon itself. Okay, you just have to put your head down and work, and you can't get really sidetracked by all those bright, shiny objects and try to continue to change your business over and over again. Like, find a system that's going to work. I always sit down with my coaches and I said, okay, what made you successful last year? And then they tell me, and I said, okay, are you still doing that? And they say, no, because I heard this. And I said, okay, well, why'd you stop doing it? If you are successful, continue to do it until it's proven incorrect, okay, or wrong for your business. Every time you hear a national wake-up call, anytime you hear a top coach talk, I mean, it's a great thing to write down and to really be like, okay, well, how can I build upon that? But if you have a system that is working, please, please, please do not derail yourself by trying to chase that next fluffy item, okay? That's my little tidbit on that. Brooke was on this call. She jumped off. She was our one winner who got the call with Brittany Powers. So I'm going to have her come back next time and really talk about that because that is super exciting. It's like Q&A style. So it's very interactive, and I want every single one of you to really strive to work towards what we are, putting out as far as the monthly challenges, because I promise you, just having that extra oomph of something you're working towards, not only is it going to give you great content, great information, but I promise you it's going to move your business forward. So make sure you see the first tab of our Google Doc and look at what it is and how do I maximize that? How do I really help my team? And then if it was working great, just like Serena was saying, if all of a sudden you're like, wow, how do I inspire my leaders into action? Copy what we're doing, whatever it may be. Like, make it fun, make it interactive, and make it, once again, fun for them to show up every single day. So Brooke did jump off, but she is the winner of our water bottle, and this one is orange. But I'm giving out a little more swag prizes because you ladies did such an incredible job. But it's this one. It says Team Beachbody, Beachbody, and it will be pink. So this is the winner of the prize. She gained 20 points in February. So she went from 9 to 29 in 1 month. Holy shiz. She did an incredible job. And so I will also have her share what her success was. But I want to give more recognition out. I have 4 coaches who actually had increased 11 points over January. So from January to February. And Serena like rolls her eyes like, say, what? Well, girl, you're one of them. So congratulations. Her eye roll was like, hot dang, yes. So Deanna had 13 points. Brittany T isn't on this call. Shannon, you increased by 11 points. And then Serena, 11. So great job, ladies. I just want to give those shout outs because if you get the ball rolling with like that, you're going to increase naturally as the months go on. Now, if you're thinking, wow, I only increased a point or 2, or maybe I didn't increase at all, should I throw in the towel? Hell no. Yes, I just said that on a recording. Do not, okay? Yes, I did, yeah, because you have plenty of time. But the whole point is I want you to build momentum, and I want you to start having it work organically and naturally for you. That's when it becomes a lot of fun. I don't want you to hold your breath until November, December, and figure out a way to make it happen. Does it work? Absolutely. Do my coaches also that maybe have very limited time, say 60 days to make it happen? Do they do things that they shouldn't be doing? Yes, and they get caught for it. Like, don't be that coach. Do it the normal, organic way of helping your team and to see the bigger vision, okay? So what's really cool, though, is we increased 113 elite points from January to February as a team. So incredible job. That's an average of 7.5 elite points per every single one within our group. We have 15 coaches in our group, and that was an average of 7.5 on that. So really, 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 really great. I did pull your numbers. I did have to update them though. So ladies, actually, if you will go into the Google Doc, and literally this may take you 5 minutes. The problem is it's taking you 5 minutes every day because I continue to be like, okay, now you have to do this. So literally do it and finish it and do it correctly, please. Please and thank you. Deanna's is perfect. So if you're trying to figure out how to do it, just copy Deanna's, not her numbers, but see where she's doing it, okay? Like, don't copy her numbers. But literally, you're going to take your elite report that you got on Thursday night, Friday morning, and you're just going to take those numbers and put it into the spreadsheet. I promise you, if you're able to do that and you're able to track your numbers every single month, you're going to see the progression and the growth of it. And you're not just going to hope that it's correct, but you're going to be able to see it build, and you're going to feel that sense of accomplishment. Like, just like those successes that we just talked about, these are huge successes in your business that you need to celebrate. So please, please, please make sure you fill it out. Deanna's, like I said, is perfect. She did increase her ATV, and then I put the total elite points so you can kind of just see those growth. So thank you, Deanna, for doing that. Now everybody has a thing to look at and a way to really progress and grow it forward. Oh, yay, the pink water bottle has arrived. Thank you, Bree. These are so fun. So we'll have a fun little promotion every single month because each of you deserve amazing swag. So here's the little pink guy. So fun. So along with that, let's jump right into our topic of sharing your vision of elite. Okay, is that scary to you? Yeah. It is for a lot of my coaches that go for it the first year or maybe for several years in a row and it hasn't happened. It is scary. Have any one of you shared it with your team though so far? Yeah. Go.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt at all. I actually, after our last call on Friday with the competition, I shared with my PS coaches and just said, hey, there's this really awesome opportunity for, X number of coaches hit Success Club, and hopefully that's okay. But I just said, we have this big goal of hitting elite this year. This is a great opportunity to, earn this call. And I just kind of broke it down because I thought, what a great way to say, like, here's another, incentive basically, but also sharing that vision without it being like, it's me, it's like this team thing. So that was an easy way for me to kind of just start planting the seed a little bit more.
I love that. No, thank you for breaking it down, and please do incentivize them at this rank. They're more apt to do it towards the team goal. So no, I love that. Thank you, Shannon. Serena, you nodded your head that you have shared that vision. Do you mind talking on that? Or have you not?
No, I definitely have. I started it last year because I was so close by the hair of my chinny chin. And I had a big call, like a call that was all centered around like rah rah sis boom ba, like we're gonna be elite this year. Here's all we need. Let's get our ducks in a row. And I threw out all these incentives, and I mean, literally it was like I was there, but that only counts in horseshoes, and that doesn't count in horseshoes and hand grenades. But it worked. They really, really felt the power and the momentum, and we had lots of fun contests that I had separate in like separate pods for like my people that were my personally sponsored. Like I had their own separate creative contest. And then, basically to help build the team's momentum, they all had different contests and it worked. So I'm going to keep doing it this year and keep telling them we're going for it. Perfect. And when we hit premiere, they were like over the moon excited and they feel really, really proud. So I think they have it in them again to keep pushing forward.
Well, and they're more up to work towards it this year too, towards premiere. So that's huge. Thank you, Serena. Who else wants to share? And if you're like, okay, this isn't even an option, I haven't shared it. And I deal with this all the time. My coaches are so worried about, well, it's me hitting elite, right? Is that how you kind of feel like it's my name, I'm doing it? Is that kind of what the fear of holding back with it? Okay. And Wendy, I know I just saw that your daughter's sick. So if you need to go, you are just fine. Super needy. So if you need to drop off, you're totally fine, girlfriend. So I will tell you, you are not alone. Like for you ladies are like, okay, that is really, really hairy, scary. I promise you, if you don't share it with your team, they don't know what you're working towards and why. And yes, is it an elite title for you? Yes, but it's an elite title for your team. The whole reason of it, and if you can share it in this light, like, hey guys, we are working towards being an elite team and this is why. First of all, I'm your leader. I'm fearlessly going first. I want to pave and show you the way of how it's possible. So then you can do the same for your team and your coaches next year. Or maybe you can come alongside with me and let's do it together if they have a very strong team, if they're working towards even Premiere. I mean, Premiere needs to be on that radar, and it is a huge accomplishment. This is the thing is most of my coaches share what it takes to be an elite coach, not a Premiere coach. So when we were doing calls last year, we're like, hey, you are so close to Premiere. You just need to do these things. And they're like, well, I was working towards elite and it wasn't going to happen. So I'm just not going to work towards either one of them. And it's like, wait, say what? Like Premiere is a huge first step within your business and more than a first step. I mean, it is a huge step within your business and it sets you up then to work strong the next year towards elite. So I really want all of you ladies to really understand the importance of a Premiere team, the importance of an elite team. You did the same work. It was just the rank. Okay, it's 135 points. Of course, you have to become a 2-star diamond and above. But and there's no caps on it, so you could cap out, or you could literally do it all in the SC category, or the PSPB category, or the ATV category. I don't know, however you do it, but there's no caps. But it is still the work of what it takes to be an elite team. Okay, so I would just challenge each of you after this call today. You need to go back and share the big vision of what you're working towards and why, and you need to truly say, hey guys, we are going to do this together because I want to pave the way and show you that it is possible. What does it mean to be an elite team? First and foremost, I will tell you right now, the best thing about being an elite coach is the confidence you have when you walk into a room. The confidence you have at a Premiere level, whatever it may be, it is your confidence. All of a sudden you feel like, okay, I understand this business. Okay, now I know what I'm working towards and why. Now I have a team and they understand the vision of it. But I will be completely honest with you. If you don't share it with them and you just hope organically that they will understand it, they won't. At the rank that your coaches are at, they've given up on themselves so many times that it's easy for them to say, you know what? They can throw in the towel so much easier, right? But if you really tie their goal to the big team goal, and ask them what they're working towards and why, and say, hey, you know what, that works out perfect for our vision of working towards together as a elite team. Let me tell you how and why. They're more up to stick with it. Because you know what? They want to help you. They want to really, they want to be able to prove themselves wrong. But if they literally have it just on their backbone, if they feel like, okay, I have to do this for me, they're more apt to just be like, I've failed enough. I can fail again. No, literally it's a way for you to hold them accountable to their goal, and it's going to work towards the team goal. And when you do that and you guys are able to then celebrate hitting elite as a team, it's a huge accomplishment. Does that make sense? Okay, so what are still the hesitations? Because I haven't heard from Ashton, Emily, Sarah, Amelia, Wendy, I called you out for a second, but what are the hesitations, or do you feel like this is something that you could do?
So I'll unmute. You might hear coughing in the background. But so I feel like I have shared that vision with them, like at the beginning of the year and last year I was sharing it with them. But what I struggle with is like explaining to them how they are a part of it. Like I know the individual, talking with them individually, but like collectively as a team, how they can contribute, how they can play a part. And I got an idea from Manny Watkins last year, and she just talked about like just by drinking Shakeology every day, you're contributing just by getting your workouts in and like those little pieces. And I have communicated that, but I'm just like, last year I just had a kind of a rough experience with like my top coach, when I was really pushing for 2-star, she said I was selfish for doing that. And it just made me a little bit gun shy because I started questioning, like, am I? Because I want this? It just really struck me for a minute. And then I was like, no, I'm not. Like, I'm going for it. But still, it has me just in the back of my head, like you were just saying, like, it's me that's going to be recognized as elite when that happens, or, so how do I mean, and I totally get the individual goals, but just looking for ideas to create, I want synergy on the team. So individual is fine to have those conversations for sure, but to create synergy around it for our team, in our team page and stuff, I'm just looking to see if there's any good ideas or things that have worked well for you guys.
Totally. I love that. So Shannon, Deanna, and Serena, who have taken this back to your team, what would you say?
So one of the things, Christina Delgado is my upline, and so she did a call last year, actually. And one of the things she brought up is that they changed it right to now where they actually do recognize the team as an elite team. Obviously your name is tied to it, but that's a huge piece too. And then she kind of presented it in a way of okay, so our team's elite. So what does that mean? And that you as a leader are able to, talk to the Star Diamond calls, or just different things, pieces that benefit the team as well by being an elite coach. But that was one of the things, was that the team recognition is new, and that was new last year. Is that right, Brittany?
Correct. They've always tried to intertwine it. And so when we do the elite calls, we try to have them also say, we are an elite team, me and my team, and they say the team name. Absolutely. So perfect. So thank you so much, Shannon. Deanna, Serena, do you have anything that you want to add to that?
Mine was the same, girlfriend. I had the same issues. And the girl that I was so close to being 5-star. I mean, she needs one more coach to be 5-star still. And it's been a year. So me and Brittany had this talk, and for whatever reason, I was holding on to that. I just need to get her to diamond, right? So I kind of got crazy about it. I was like, how can I spin this with her and make this so it is about us and its team? And she got it. She's like, girlfriend, I totally get it, but I'm in a different place than you are right now. And I'll give it my all, but I'm no promises. And I was like, thank you for your honesty. I got to find another runner. I got to find someone else, and I got to move on. So now with my new coaches, I talk about elite on my very first onboarding. And I ask them, here is what our team is striving for this year in this company. And how would you like to be led? Right from the get-go with my brand new coaches, how would you like to be led? And I give them three choices. And for whatever reason, they feel so empowered by oh my God, I'm going to help her. I'm going to help her and this team get to something so big. And right from the very beginning, they already have a different kind of fire than the way that I was onboarding coaches in the beginning. In the beginning, I was just not as confident in sharing that. But now right from the beginning, I share the goal and the vision for me and everyone else who's on this team.
Thank you.
And then they want to join even more. They're like, oh, I'm in.
Totally. What about you, Deanna? Do you want to add anything to that?
Not really. I've kind of, at the beginning of the year, Justin and I actually just made a video just kind of explaining, kind of what our goals were as a team and things like that. But I really like Serena's idea about really kind of setting that expectation up front with new coaches and kind of getting them on board and really, promoting that, this is something special that we can do as a team, but it definitely takes a team. So, because I kind of get a little gun shy too, because you don't want it to be all about you, even though, your name is on there, but you want to really try to find a genuine way of letting them know, this is all of us. We're all getting recognized for it. So I like those ideas.
Thank you so much for sharing. I know Wendy popped off, but I think, Serena, you hit it on the head. It's just the confidence. And that's one thing that I want each of you to gain, is that you do understand this business. All of you have been in this business long enough. You understand it, I promise. And it's really just your conviction and your tone of hey, this is where we're going and this is why. At the very end, a lot of my coaches have champagne parties with their coaches, via Zoom, and literally we're going to celebrate as a team. This is where they also do diamond retreats. Literally, and I know maybe you're okay, well, I'm too much of a baby coach to do a diamond retreat. You're really not. Like, you just have to figure out what's going to work for you. You know, do they come to you, Amalia, in Vegas? I mean, good gosh, I'd be like, I'm there. And, you know, like, literally you have to just really decide what it is, but it's really going to come around in your conviction, your tone of like, hey, this is where we're going towards, and why. What is your vision? What are you wanting? You know, if they say, well, I just want to actually, you know, do a couple $100 for my family that is going to help with food. Okay, I know where to meet her at. Let me teach her how to help people. And then tie that back to the big team goal of like, you know what? Well, we have a goal of helping 100 people this month. You just helping those, you know, 3 people now is going to help towards our big team goal, and get them involved. Like, let them be part of that. So I love that you said that, Serena, because it really, really comes down to the confidence piece of it. But really let them know, like, hey, like, please understand, like, I'm a leader because I'm fearlessly doing this first, because I want to pave the way and show you it's possible. I don't want you to look past me, Sam Shannon, to Christina Delgado to see what is possible. I mean, that is a big, lofty cloud in the sky, right? Like, you know, and it's like, holy cow. They want to see, they're on your team because they want to see you do it first. They want to know it's possible because you're going to do it first. And so I would just really, you have to share it with them though. And you can't sit back. It's kind of like when you posted your first befores, right? And you're like, oh gosh, this is so scary. Now it's so easily done because you've done it several times. It's the same thing. Just make it a habit of talking about it. The same habit of, you know, selling a challenge pack. It just happens in due time of building the confidence with it. So thank you, ladies, on that. Do you feel like now, though, like Emily, Ashton, Sarah, Amalia, do you ladies feel like you can go back and just talk to your team about this? Do you feel like, and if you're still holding back, I promise you it will be a reason that your team will not go elite this year. And I say that with all love and all respect, but if they don't know what they're working towards and why, they have no reason to really give a ton, you know? And I would just continue to share, we are an elite team. This is what we're going to do. And, you know, the most beautiful moment is when we're at Summit, right? And there are elite coaches walking past or walking on stage, and you hear their team screaming. That is the exciting part. Like, and, you know, my leader's always like, I don't want to do it, but, you know, I'm going to do it for my team. Like, I just want my team to see that it's possible. That's what it's all about. Okay. Anything else? I mean, I didn't say one thing. Like my gals at Deanna, Shannon, and Serena, I will definitely pull a swag prize from the closet for you ladies for increasing 11 points over last month. I want you all to be involved in that too. So please, you know, set your goals high, know what you're working towards and why. If you're hitting a roadblock, that's your moment to reach out to me. Let's do a one-on-one. Let me see individually where you're at. And because really, maybe it's a personal development that I can suggest, or maybe it's, you know, maybe it's just helping or tweaking 1 or 2 things. And you're like, okay, now I'm on to it. But that's the whole point, ladies. We really have these 3 weeks and then our first quarter is over. So I want to ask you, are you almost to your first quarter goal? If you are, amazing. If you're not, it's almost time to course correct. And then we're moving on to our next 3 months. But you have plenty of time to make great things happen within your business, but you have to stay consistent and you have to keep your head down and work. Does that help? Okay. And do you ladies want to say anything? I feel like I'm like talking at you and I don't like that.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So when talking to your team about Elite, how does anybody else, I guess, frame it as like, this is how you play a role in it? Like, are you saying that, you know, part of it is hitting Success Club and then kind of tying it into their own business, and just explaining that, you know, again, just reiterating Success Club will grow your own team and your own volume and blah, 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 blah. But I guess I would be curious how Serena's, you know, sharing the vision of this is what Elite is. This is how you play such an important piece. Is it mostly about Success Club? Because obviously that's such a huge piece of it. And or even like my thinking is like you hitting Success Club and then you getting coaches and teaching them how to hit Success Club. Like that's kind of how I feel like I moving forward would present it, because if they do that and they're teaching their coaches to hit Success Club and create emeralds, basically, then your business will explode, right? But I'm just curious how, Brittany, you would recommend, or even how Serena's presenting it.
Just like that.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that's like perfectly exactly how I describe how we're all one in a heart. It's my team. And they understand that they know the points. They've seen I have them all filling out their Premier Guide, so they know their numbers. And my biggest thing now, since we started this journey, this Team Green, is having everyone be the CEO of their business versus a busy Beachbody coach. And that means knowing where their business is at. So with that, like they literally like are turning in their numbers and they're learning about the business and they're learning the ins and outs of it. And it makes them feel like an ownership. So I'm not afraid to talk numbers and tell them like, you know, when your coaches hit Success Club, they didn't even realize that when their coaches hit Success Club, it looks great upon them. So now that they feel that pressure and they know like, oh my God, when so-and-so hit Success Club, it affects me great. So I hit Success Club. It helps Serena too. Like they don't really understand the win-win until they understand the business more. So like getting them to know their numbers and know that like if you know where your business is at, you're a CEO. If you're going through blindly and sure, helping people is awesome, but you're just going to be busy and not really know what is going where and how these points are added up. It doesn't feel as fulfilling. So I took so much from NLC and then just like diarrheaed it all over to my team semi-methodically, but it seems to be working great just in the last month.
I love that. If you're having a hard time with the number side too, I promise you that's an opportunity for you to ask your spouse, your loved one to get involved too. For some reason, men have that business sense. They're like, okay, I get it. And sometimes allowing them into your world and what you do allows them to, first of all, see what you're doing, why it's such a big deal, who you're helping, but it also gives them ownership to be like, okay, I'm part of this. Deanna, I mean, her and Justin are amazing with this. Literally they work hand in hand and, literally same thing. She's like, I don't know these numbers, but you know what, he does. And now I know she's starting to understand it and, but really get that other person involved if you have a hard time with it. No, seriously, I need your husband. Yes. And it can be overwhelming, but if you're still like, okay, Brett, how do I do this? I will simplify it for you. Cause I think the biggest thing is if you focus too much on numbers, that's when this business also becomes no fun. So you need to make sure that you like understand your business, you're tracking it, but then you're able to go help people, go have the conversations like Deanna said earlier about having the win with her business is now talking to people individually, huge win. So I love that. Thank you, Serena, for sharing. And I would say the same thing. I would just say exactly that. So ditto, just to say that. Okay, ladies, is there anything else that you want to bring up before I ask what our topic should be for the next call? Anything else? Was this helpful at least? Okay, because I don't want you to wait till after summit and then for your coach to say, well, what is that? Why is that possible? If you give them all the tools and everything from the get-go. So say they are a working coach, they sign up, they're really intrigued and they want to do this. That's when you should share the Premier Goal Guide and have them track their business. Reminder, they will not receive an actual elite report until they hit diamond and above, but it's a way for them to then start tracking and see where they're at and what they're moving towards. If you do not share that with them, if you don't set them up for success, I promise you, they're just going to be like wandering around like, how do I make this happen? And you're hoping that they'll get it. And I promise you, if you just give them a little bit of guidance and know that you are a leader because you fearlessly went first, you will instill confidence in them. You will instill confidence in yourself. Okay. Yeah, Serena, go, girl.
Question in regards to 2016 and 2017 coaches.
Yeah.
I have a coach who signed up in 2015 and then completely went inactive for 6+ months, but now is active. Will that be?
Absolutely not. So it always goes by sign up date. Great question. Yep, sign up date, unfortunately, it will always go by that, but they are accruing ATV. So they're still adding to that, obviously. So yeah. But if it's a brand new diamond, that would, from 2015, they've never hit diamond, it would be a new diamond for you.
Thank you.
Great question. Okay, ladies, what's our next call going to be? What is it that we're wanting to work or wanting to get to? I mean, literally, it'll be the 27th. So it's the morning that I'm flying back from Tony Robbins. So literally, I'm probably going to be jacked up, like excited about life or really tired. Who knows? So what's the topic going to be that's going to make me excited to jump on this call? Okay, I'm calling on you. Emily, Ashton, Amalia, Sarah, you haven't said anything. What would you say? I know Amalia actually had a little bit of tooth surgery, so you don't need to talk, girl. You're good. Okay, what about Emily, Ashton, and Sarah?
How about recruiting?
Okay, I like that. Okay, anything else, ladies?
I don't know. It's just, I can't, it's like I've had so many coaches end up with like Success Club 4.
Okay.
Like I just can't get past that hurdle of like, and I'm to blame a little bit because when I first started all this, I like tiptoed very carefully. Like again, I didn't want to fall for some crazy scheme, you know, like how that was in my head. And so again, I think like attracts like.
Yeah.
And so I have a lot of people just kind of tiptoeing. And now, I mean, I totally see it and it's there, but now it's just breaking through and getting them to totally see it. Like I said, it's like, okay, yay, I sold a challenge pack and that's my month. Where it's like, no, like
Keep going. Yeah.
yeah. And so like 4, no, don't land on 4. Let's go.
Totally.
So I don't know. That's where I'm really struggling. I will say I'm excited again. I've got 5 with Success Club points at this point. But again, it's like, who's going to finish the month out kind of a deal.
Yeah.
So anything along that line, I know it's kind of random, but
No, I love it because that's actually probably and I'm keep in mind, I work with 3 to 8 star diamonds. That's like one of the number one things that coaches struggle in all ranks of life. So yeah, so we can definitely give you some great content on that. So that's a great one. What about you, Em? Do you have anything you want to add to it?
No, I think for me it is what Sarah said would be just recruiting and finding those, like really trying to attract those working coaches, because I can sign discount coaches, but trying to find those that really get that vision and sharing. And I think I've gotten some good info of how to share your vision with people too and kind of see where they're at. But
Perfect. Okay. I love that. Ladies, would you agree? Shannon, Deanna, Serena, who did speak today, do you agree? Okay. I feel like it's the number one thing that we all need, plus our coaches need it too. So no, those are great topics. Okay, perfect. Well, ladies, we got off here a little early. I'm going to post a recording, so if you need to listen again, you're absolutely welcome to. But thank you for your participation today. I really appreciate every single one of you. Incredible job last month. I'm excited for March. If you need anything, I am in the office all this week. I do fly next Wednesday, but I'm here for this is so random. I'm not like for 10 days. I'm never in the office this much. So it's amazing. So if you need me, do not hesitate to reach out. I'm here for you 1,000%. But I'm very proud of every single one of you. I just say now, look at your goals and really work towards it. Okay. If you need anything, let me know. Okay. Bye, ladies. Thank you.
Have a good day. Bye.
You too, honey. Bye.